Welcome back to the rinks in Hauppauge, Long Island, New York for Skylands Kings Hockey, 15 and under, AA. Mike Formisano here, calling tonight's action on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us as the Kings lead the PAL Blue Knights by a score of 2-1. Two first-period goals by the Kings. Jonathan Dickin, Gabriel Stampone have given the Kings the lead, but Jeremy Maresca scoring for the Blue Knights in the second period, cut their lead in half. And then almost a goal by the Blue Knights just to end the second period. And if it wasn't for a save by Catrini at the buzzer, this would be tied to 2. Well, we start up 2-1 Kings. Skylands now going right to left in their navy uniforms with gold and white trim. PAL Blue Knights in their white jerseys with blue and powder blue and dark blue. They're going left to right. Third period. Costa and Stampone on the draw. Here it is. Stampone wins it. Gives it to Pizza. Sends it around to the far corner. Groshans picks it up. Now Jacarelli back at the point. Shot deflected. Score! Connor Dunn tips it home from Michael Jacarelli. So Jacarelli from the point. Dunn tips it past Anthony Capoto. Connor Dunn brings the Dunner Thunder to Long Island. And the Skylands Kings take a 3-1 lead. The goal comes 14 seconds into the third period. Connor Dunn from Michael Jacarelli. And the Kings back up by a deuce, 3-1. So now here's Jonathan Dickin. Sends it around. Schwartz, shot, stick save by Catrini. DiPietro sends it back in the corner. Now Jacarelli over to Pizza on the far end. Stampone checked off the puck. Pass out to Dunn. Here's Connor Dunn. At the line, Pizza. We got a whistle. I think it's offside. Shots on goal after 2 periods. It was 23-21. And then Dunn's goal, the 24th shot of the game for Skylands. Face-off just outside the PAL Blue Knight zone. It's won by Verlin. Stolen by Filato. Over to Maddox Claudio. Claudio skating inside the zone. Verlin with the check. Now McCormick. Groshans at the red line. Coming in on Armiger. Groshans coming back around. To the far boards. Shot deflected down by Valente. Here's Filato. Over to Armiger. Aiden Armiger. Pass to Claudio. Now Valente. Taken away by Groshans. Ian Groshans coming back around to the near boards. Filato giving chase. Stolen by Valente. Here's Gio Valente trying to get around the defense. Now Groshans. Filato in the corner. Good check. Comes back out to the point to Klein. Klein. Maddox Claudio in front. Tipped away. Groshans. And the pass up. Armiger clears it. Picked up by Hayes. Hayes dumps it in. Here's Klein. 15 minutes to go. We're just underway. 2 minutes into this third period. Kings are taking a 3-1 lead on a goal by Connor Dunn, assisted by Michael Jacarelli from a shot from the point. Capoto has it behind his own net. Claudio pressuring. He sends it the other way. Filato intercepts. Filato in front. The shot off the crossbar by Formisano. Oh, he just missed. Now coming in, here's Claudio. Puck down, and Claudio's going to get called for a penalty. Maddox Claudio trips number 4, Kevin Schwartz. Right after Michael Formisano just missed the 4th Kings goal, bringing it off the crossbar. And so now the PAL Blue Knights will go to a power play. 14:30 to go, third period. 3-1, Kings lead over the Blue Knights. Well, Formisano's shot just got a little too much air underneath it. Rang it off the bottom of the crossbar and came right back out. Don Knotts used to say, missed it by that much. Remember the old Get Smart TV program back in the 60s? Church steals it right at the red line. Sends it in. Capono behind his own net. 20 seconds into the power play. I think this is the second PAL Blue Knights power play of the day. They had one in the second, and then now this one here in the third. The Kings, by turnaround, I think have had 4, but I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, so. Here's Bryant along the far boards. Drops it off. Shot by DiPietro right to the ankles of Jonathan Dickens. And they'll send it all the way down the ice. Capono gets past him. Schwartz, good forechecking. Oh, Filato almost stole that and was able to tip it home, but just missed. He would have had a clear net to shoot at, as Capono was already out of it. Now Capono plays it on the backhand. Pass out to Maresca. Over to Schwartz. Tried to hit Maresca. Schwartz just missed the left post. And Dickens able to take it and clear it all the way down the ice. Good clear by Dickens. Gallucci loses it to Maresca. Checked off the puck. Stampone, good play. Now here's Clyde. Braden Clyde up but not out. DiPietro holds it. Along the far boards, now Clyde again gets a second chance and sends it all the way down. 5 ticks to go on the power play for PAL, and the Kings will kill it off as Claudio comes out of the box. Now for Masano. Clyde gets checked. Sends it off the boards. Grosson's in, and we get an offside. 12:13 to go, third period. 3-1, Kings lead over the Blue Knights. Faceoff goes inside the King zone. Here's Bryant with it. Gallucci on him. Bryant goes to the far corner. Comes back around the slot. He tried to get the shot off, but fanned on it. Kings cleared his zone. Stolen away by Gallucci. Now Groshans back the other way. Cross ice pass to McCormick. Here's Klein. Klein in the corner. Plays it off the boards. Connor Dunn with it now. Dunn on the backhand. Pass to Rocco Gallucci. Sends it all the way down the ice. Here's Pizza. Vincent Pizza in the high slot. Pizza coming in. It rolls in on Capono, and he'll cover it. As Pizza couldn't get a good shot off. Now him and Verlin are in it. Verlin puts up his hand, skates away. I remember seeing Verlin years ago. He had a penalty with the Whalers. It was a misconduct. Got thrown out of the game, and he went tearing into the locker room afterwards. Face off to the right of Capono. Here's Schwartz with it. Schwartz sends it around along the far boards. Off. Now here's Dickens. McCormick sends it up. Arbinger in the corner. Aiden Arbinger. Now Connor Dunn with it. Stampone. Pass up to Dunn. Back inside the zone by Hayes, but it's an offside. 10:54 to go in the third period. 3-1, Kings lead by a deuce. Face-off won by the Blue Knights. Along the near boards. Gencarelli after it. Braden Klein to Michael Gencarelli. Kaufman on him. Puck's loose. Jankarelli sends it around, gives it to Braden Klein. Klein, intercepted. It comes right back out to the point, though. And here comes Valente. Valente tried to pass it over. Stolen by Chicas. Now Filato. Mason Filato to Michael Jankarelli. 10:15 to go, third period. Kings leading 3-1. Groshans has it for the PAL Blue Knights. Checked by Jankarelli on Kaufman. Here's Klein. Passes it up. He cleared the zone. The Blue Knights come right back in. Cohen, Jikas. Sends it around to the far end. Here's Klein. Tipped in. Oh, save by Contrini as it went off the skates of number 19, Ryan Welter, and rolled in on Contrini, who had to make an alert save. Here's Dickin. Gets it back. Passes up. Now Valente coming in. Check to Filato. Filato along the far boards. No, near boards, I should say. Valente behind the net. Passing it back to Formasano. Drops it off for Dickin. Dickin plays it over the glass and out of play. Now, if Contrini hadn't made that save, let's just say, it wasn't paying attention. Sometimes it happens. Your mind slips. And, it's like, okay, you got to pay attention. You got to go ahead and be alert. Well, he was there, makes the save. Nobody talks about it. But just imagine it went the other way. If his mind slipped for just a second and it went underneath his pad and rolled in, and it'd be like, oh my God, what happened? The pressure that goalies are under. You can have nothing come to you for like 5-10 minutes, and all of a sudden a puck just bounces in out of nowhere, and you got to stop it immediately and be alert. So goalies, they pay the price for being back there in net where they get some minutes off, because the times they have to be on, they have to super be on. They have to be right on top of it. Stop for the week. Here's Schwartz. Goes into the near corner. Now Formasano after it. DiPietro there. They meet at the same time. Pops it up in the air. Here's Galucci. Picked up by Filato. Filato coming in. Filato. Checked by Verlin. Slides back to Galucci. Rocco Galucci. On his backhand. Stolen by McCormick. McCormick with Verlin. 2-on-1. McCormick. The shot. Saved by Contrini. He got his left shoulder on it. Great save by Contrini. Now along the board, Schwartz. Over to McCormick. Now in front. Good defense. And Contrini tried to stick that aside. And Schwartz goes down as Dickin knocks him down in the low post, in the low slot, I should say. Gave a face wash. 7:53 to go, third period. Kings up 3-1. Shots on goal favoring Skylands 26-22. Next weekend, they'll be in Sewell, New Jersey for the AHF third showcase of the season. Holliedale Ice Arena, Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. A full weekend of hockey right before Thanksgiving. Bryant with a check. I don't know if the Kings come back to Long Island this season. I don't think they do. A little sad about that. It'd been nice to come back to Long Island, take a look around. That's all right. Here's Pizza. It's close enough. Just the traffic to try and get through. Here's a 2-on-1. Dunn with it on the near side. Connor Dunn sends it on a goal. Save Capono. Now Stampone. Over to Dunn. Dunn being tied up in the near corner. Stolen away by Pizza. Now goes over to Groshans. Ian Groshans along the far boards. Groshans on the red line. Now gives it to Bryant. Bryant sends it in. Save by Contrini. 7 minutes remaining, third period. It's on the far face-off dot. Hayes with the shot. Goes wide right. Now Bryant. Off the near boards. Stampone. Hayes picks it up. Shot. Save by Contrini. And he closes the pads. Another big save by the Kings netminder. 6:45 remaining, third period. Kings sending out Claudio, Filato, Jankarelli, Dickin, and I believe that's Pizza. No, it's Valente out there, I think. In front, McCormick, the shot wide left. Ceccarelli along the far boards. Pass Valente, goes out to Claudio. Claudio's got DiPietro to beat. Claudio coming in. DiPietro knocks him off the puck. He's got it in the far corner. Sends it in front. Valente couldn't tee up the one-timer. Now over to Schwartz. Kevin Schwartz in. Schwartz, he's got McCormick with him. Schwartz behind the net. Passes to the crease. Nobody home. Claudio. Maddox Claudio off the board. Sends it all the way down. That is going to be an icing. And it'll come back to the Kings' end. 6:04 to go. Third period. Skylands 3. PAL Blue Knights 1. An early goal. 14 seconds into the third period by Connor Dunn. Off the Michael Ceccarelli shot from the point. It was a deflection past Anthony Capono. And the Kings were able to retake a 2-goal lead. Face-off. Tied up in the crease area. Here's Filato. Back to Dickens. Sends it all the way down. Oh, Valente's got to break if he rushes. Can he get to it before it goes? No. Tried to race to get it before it crossed the goal line, and he just couldn't. Would have had a break-in on Capono. Instead, we have an icing. $5:53 to go here, third period. Skylands leading by a deuce, 3-1. Face-off, won by the Kings. Dickens sends it up to Valente. Groshans, Claudio after. Good check along the boards. Now Verlin. Robert Verlin on the red line, now on the blue. Sends it into the corner. Here's Dickens with it. Dickens checked into the glass by Verlin. Filato. Now Dickens. Pass the referee. Comes back to behind the net. Filato. Sends it up to Valente. Valente trying to hit Claudio. Groshans knocks it off his stick. Now Verlin. Robert Verlin with 5:10 remaining. Sends it up to Kaufman. Kaufman with the shot. Saved by Catrini. Covers. Oh, it got loose quickly, so BAL fans asking for why the quick whistle there. 5:02 remaining. It was a quick whistle. Catrini dropped it, and the referee almost like wanted to bring it back. You know, like you call it, but you see the puck, and you say, wait, no, keep playing. Couldn't do it. Face-off. Goes back to Maresca. Stolen by Church. And Church with the pass up to Formisano. Michael Formisano across the red. Checked right at the blue line by DiPietro. Has been shadowing him all night long. Now Stampone. Comes back to Gallucci. Gallucci holds it. Sends it in. Formisano. It's loose. It goes past him. Hops over his stick. And DiPietro Formisano. And Formisano skates away. Smart decision by Formisano to just skate away from DiPietro there. You can see DiPietro wanting to go. Formisano's just like, nope. Smart decision. Stampone on the draw. Now to Church. Gives it back to Gallucci. Gallucci fires in. Capono over his glove. Now sent back to Stampone from Formisano. Just tips off his stick. And here comes the Blue Knights. Saved by Catrini. 4:23 to go. Here's Church. Church to Schwartz. Schwartz coming in. Tipped off his stick. And the Kings have a break. Stampone. Nice move by Stampone. Another one off the skate of Schwartz. Along the far boards, DiPietro and Stampone in there. And DiPietro will toss it into the neutral zone. Now, Gallucci over to Church. Church at the near end. Church trying to get past Hayes. Church knocked off his stick in front. Stampone the shot. It looked like it went behind him. I didn't hear anything ring, so I don't know where that puck went. It came back out and went to the far corner, but honestly, it looked like it hit the net. Shot in, saved Catrini, and he covers. Just let me explain so you don't think I'm crazy. Stampone shot it. I'm listening for it to hit iron. It doesn't hit any iron. You can't hear the crossbar or post ring. and it bounced towards the net over Capono's shoulder. You saw the net move, if ever so slightly, and then it went to the far corner. So, we don't have replay at this level, but, I honestly think that was a goal. Maybe I'm wrong. Referees thought I was wrong, so. 3:19 to go, third period. Catrini makes the save. I just wanted to say I'm seeing things, Hey, saw it go in the net, but the referees didn't call it. Go back and watch the replay. I don't think I'm crazy. Maybe I am. Here's Filato, over to Pizza. Pizza stops at the red line. Now Filato. Done. Filato in the high slot. Pass to Armiger. Armiger keeps it, but only briefly. Sent back by the PAL Blue Knights is Bryant. Filato steals it. Less than 3 minutes to go. 2-on-2 with Dunn. Filato coming in. Mason along the far boards. Shot. Goes wide right. Comes back to the point. Armiger keeps it. Pass into Filato. Filato knocked down. No penalty. The referee goes ahead and washes it out. Now Bryant. We'll keep an eye on the PAL Blue Knights bench to see if they pull Capono for an extra attacker. Shot in. Catrini covers. And he's got part of Aiden Armiger's stick underneath it, too, the stick blade. So he covers. Good play by Catrini to make that save. 2:23 to go in period number 3. Kings holding on to a 3-1 lead. Nice, tight defensive hockey game here. Still 5 aside as Capono's in his net. Still in the crease right on the goal line. Shot all the way down, and it was tipped by Schwartz, or Valente would have had a breakaway. Now to pass to Stampone. Stampone over the line. Here's Schwartz coming in. Schwartz, Klein on him. Pass goes through the crease. And Claudio sends it all the way in. Valente gives chase. Verlin checked into the boards. Comes out with the puck. Minute 50 to go. Claudio. He's got a man in front. Valente gets a shove from Capono. Valente sends it back around. Pass Jacarelli. Can't hold it at the point. Tipped by Verlin. Checked by Jacarelli. Minute 32. Check on Claudio by DiPietro. Jake DiPietro. Pass across. Underneath Filato's stick. Over to Schwartz. Minute 18. PAL can't pull their goalie. Here's Verlin. Verlin coming in. Verlin all alone. The shot. Save Catrini. Highway robbery by the Kings netminder. And now Stampone over to Claudio. Oh, Verlin was trying to go one way or not. Catrini just stayed there, positioned himself, and got the save. Now coming in, here's Hayes. Hayes, fans on the shot. It's off the side of the net. Here's Schwartz. Goalie still in his net. Doesn't look like they're going to pull him. Now here comes Stampone. He's got Filato with him. 2-on-1. Stampone to Filato. Side of the net. Saved by Capono. It's loose. He doesn't have his goalie stick. Comes back out to the point. Dickett will just take it with 24 seconds, and the Kings will slow it down. Gallucci sends it in. Wraps it around. Formisano in the near corner. Comes back to the point. There's Dickett. He holds it. 10 seconds to go. Here's Hayes. Hayes in the slot. The shot wide left. Gallucci with the puck with 5 seconds to go. Cleared out. All the way down the ice it goes. And there's the buzzer. It's good to be a King. As the Skylands Kings defeat the PAL Blue Knights at the rinks in Hauppauge. Your final score, the Skylands Kings 3 and the PAL Blue Knights 1. With the win, the Kings go to 6 wins, 9 losses, 1 tie, and 2 overtime losses on the season. And the PAL Blue Knights will stay at 2 victories. So the Kings will go on to the Hollydale tournament next week in Hollydale, New Jersey. Sewell, New Jersey to be exact, at the Hollydale Ice Arena. Game on Friday night, and then one on Saturday afternoon. and games on Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. We will have those for you on Black Bear TV. So for everyone here at the rinks in Hop Hog, Long Island, New York, this is Mike Formisano saying thank you so much for joining us. Final score, once again, the Skylands Kings defeat the PAL Blue Knights. Shots on goal, 31-30, by the way, for the Kings, and they win by a deuce, 3-1. Have a great night and enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next Friday for more Skylands Kings hockey down in Sewell, New Jersey. Have a great night.